So, you want to give Vault Hunters a try. Maybe you've even started playing and realized there are a lot of things that are different compared to vanilla Minecraft. And I know that as a new player, it can be overwhelming. So let's start with the basics. It's gonna be a good idea to go find a village, but that isn't necessary anymore. Your main goal in the beginning is to get access to the vaults, and you're going to need some special items for that. If you do find a village, it's gonna come in handy because everything you need from the vaults, you're gonna have to get through mining, and for that, you need a lot of food. And in speedrunning fashion, food is easiest to get from villages. But don't expect to necessarily find hay bales, it's better to just go for the chests. After you have that sorted out, it's time to head in a cave. Before we start mining, I hope you've done your reading. If you are curious enough to check out the book you were given in the beginning when you first spawn in the world, you might have stumbled across the blocks and items category, which contains info about what you need to access the vaults. If we look at the crafting recipe for the Vault Altar, which is what we'll need to get the Vault Crystals later on, you're going to notice that we need some items that we already are familiar with and something new, which is called Chromatic Iron. For the diamonds and the obsidian, you're gonna obtain them as you would normally. Same goes for the polished bricks. As for the Chromatic Iron, it doesn't spawn exposed to air. Now you can do two things in order to get it easily. You could either strip mine, or you can search for it in underwater caves. This ore looks very similar to another one that exists in this mod pack, which is called fluorite. But compared to that, it has visual effects. Once you craft the vault and place it down, you're going to need a vault rock that's going to become a vault crystal after it goes through the vault altar. I know that sounds complicated, but we're going to break it down. Vault rocks are obtained from another new stone in this mod pack, which you can find on level -5 and below, but you're better off looking for it between levels -30 and -50. In order to get a vault rock that's going to become a vault crystal, you need to mine the stone and hope that you get a chipped rock. This has a 10% drop chance, which is fairly low, but it is similar to how gravel and flint works. Your goal is to obtain 4 chipped vault rocks that are going to combine with a chromatic iron ingot in order to get the vault rock. After you have the vault rock, you need to place it on the altar and see what items it needs in order to be infused. You cannot use it as it is in order to activate the portal. The altar can request random items that are found in the overworld in order to give you a vault crystal. To bank the items for your vault crystal, you just need to drop them over it or next to it. After you do that, you have yourself a vault crystal. In order to open the vault portal, you need a portal frame, just as you would for the nether, and in order to make it, you need a vault stone that needs to be polished. The minimum size is exactly as it would be for another portal. It's a 4x5 gate, and the maximum is a 23x23. Once you have the frame ready and the vault crystal in your inventory, you just have to right-click the portal frame with the vault crystal and you have yourself a working portal. Before you go in the vault, you need to remember that mobs do more damage than they would in vanilla Minecraft, and you're way squishier than normal even if you make yourself diamond armor or iron armor. It won't give as much protection as it would normally. If you want to see just how protected you are, you can press H on your keyboard and go to the statistics page, which has your stats. If you're interested in armor, you have to focus on the defense stat. Another important thing to remember is that there is no passive regeneration in the vault, so eating doesn't help. But if you want your stamina bar to be full, it's best to bring some food with you. You can only heal with health potions, golden apples, special skills, or other methods. Also, you have to be mindful of where your portal is, because you need to get out of the vault, otherwise you lose your stuff and die. You can bypass this with modifiers, or there's 2 other things you can do. There is Beginner's Grace for players that are under level 10, and then there's the Vault Casual Mode command, which you need to set to true if you want to keep your items after dying in the vault. Beginner's Grace also lets you keep your items, but you lose everything you got from the vault and all the experience you obtained, plus the vault crystal which you used to open the portal with. It is a good idea to bring with you blocks that you can use to mark the way you came from. You can't view coordinates in the vault, and you can't place waypoints. So marking a path is the best way to go about it. Once you're in the vault, you're going to run into POIs. These are what you need to be going for because you're interested in the loot that you can get from the chests. But you have to be mindful of the spawners. In the beginning, your pickaxe won't be able to break them, so you either have to hope that they will fizzle, which means they'll just disappear after spawning away with mobs, or you have to be quick enough when you're looting. Another thing to keep in mind is that the chest might be trapped, which means poison could be dropped on you or other unpleasant things. It's important to remember you're also on a time limit, so you can't just wander around for however long you want. You need to make it back out or it counts as dying. You can add more time for this timer, but that comes later on. Vaults can also have objectives, which means you have different tasks that you should accomplish, but that doesn't mean you necessarily have to focus on them, especially in the beginning. I will touch upon these things in another video. Once you've grabbed everything you could from the vault and made it out, it means you've beaten your first vault, so congratulations! When you exit the vault, you're going to be greeted by an end screen that will show an overview of your performance in the vault. All you have to do in order to make it go away is hit claim. That will give you the XP you've obtained by exploring the vault. This XP helps you level up, so basically increases your vault level. Otherwise, you can increase it by consuming burgers, which are crafted with materials gathered from the vault. Once you level up, you should also be awarded skill points, which you can use on abilities or talents by yet again pressing H and navigating the menu. In the menu, you can choose to go to talents or skills in order to invest your points. I am planning on making a guide for these in the future. After you spend your skill points or decide to save them for later, although that is not advised in the beginning, you're officially a vault hunter. This is the basic info you need for your first vault that will hopefully keep you alive and help you get as much loot as you can. I hope this video has helped you, and if you enjoyed, consider giving it a like. It really shows me I'm on the right track. And if you want to see more content with Vault Hunters, consider subscribing. I hope you had a pleasant viewing, and I'll see you in the next video.